Hello friends and welcome to edupediaworld.com, your destination to online education. Friends, from the past few sessions, we are discussing about the characteristics of element. That is, we are discussing and learning about how the characteristics of element changes in the periodic table when we move from top to bottom in a group or when we move from left to right in a period. So far in the discussion, we have already discussed about the valence electrons, valency, size of atoms, metallic character, chemical reactivity, nature of oxides, and today we shall learn about the gradation of physical properties, where we are going to discuss what are physical properties of metals and non-metals. We shall also discuss about the changes of the physical properties of an element with respect to groups and period in the periodic table. So let's start with the gradation of physical properties. Friends, before starting with the main topic, let's understand what are the physical properties of element. Well, we all know that matter is recognized by its characteristics property, and we divide these properties into two, that is physical property and chemical property. And physical property, basically we learn state, color, odor, taste, solubility, density, hardness, rigidity, conductivity, melting point, boiling point, and magnetic property. So what is physical property? Physical properties are those that can be either felt by senses or measured with the help of suitable equipment. Though we are discussing about the physical properties of element, we shall discuss some main properties of element which varies in the periodic table with respect to groups and periods. As we learn physical state, that is, we shall learn about the variation of physical state of an element in the periodic table, that is solid, liquid and gas. Luster, it is a property of having a shining surface. Malleability, it is a property where we can beat the element into sheets. Ductility, ductility is again a property where an element can be drawn into wires. Hardness, we shall learn the variation of the hardness of the elements in the periodic table with respect to groups and periods. Conduction, where we are going to learn about the conductivity of the thermal and electrical of an element, and also the variation of the conductivity of an element in the periodic table. We shall also discuss about the density, that is how the element is dense, which makes the element heavy. We shall also learn the variation of density of an element, and lastly the melting point and boiling point of an element. Though all these properties are very important to us, so we shall learn these properties into details, which can take some few more sessions. So today in this session, we shall firstly learn the physical state. Though when we talk about the elements, we divide the elements into two basic terms, that is the metals and non-metals. Where if we talk about the physical state, solid, liquid and gas, and we concatenate this to elements, let's see how metals behave and non-metals behave in the physical state. Well, if we talk about the metals are basically solid at room temperature. For example, solid sodium, aluminum, potassium, magnesium, they all are solid at the room temperature, with exceptions, that is mercury and gallium are also metal, but they are found in liquid state. When we talk about the non-metals, basically non-metal can exist in all three forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. For example, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, iodine are all non-metals but are in solid state. Bromine can be seen into liquid state. Oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine are also non-metals but can be seen into gaseous state at the room temperature. So friends, now let's understand the gradation of physical state in the table. Before starting with the gradation of physical state, let's say revise the metallic character of an element by period. That is, when we move from left to right, the metallic character of an element decreases and non-metallic character increases. That is, when we see into extreme left, we'll found the metals, and when we move towards the extreme right, we'll found the non-metals. Where I have given a third period element example with sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine. Here you can see the metallic character is gradually decreasing towards the right end. So, coming back to the physical state, to concatenate the concept of the metallic character, we conclude that when we move from left to right in a period, the state changes from solid to liquid and to gas. That is, you can see here I have given two extremes, that is first extreme, left extreme and right extreme. You can see here that in the extreme cases, group 1 and group 18, we see group 1 element are all solids and group 18 are all gases. That is, the state moves from solid to liquid and to gas. That is, if we examine this physical state of each element, we notice that on the left side of the table, the elements such as lithium, beryllium are all metallic solids. Whereas on the right side, like nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon are all gases. Just because lithium and beryllium makes the metallic solids, that is, they form metallic bonds, whereas the element to the right end, they form a covalent bonds, which is basically having a very little intermolecular forces holding them together. So the molecules escape, that is, the kinetic energy of the molecules is more than the intermolecular forces between the molecules. Therefore, we can say that in general, elements tend to form solid to liquid to gas as we move from left to right. Now let's understand the group. Well friends, when we move downwards, that is when we move from top to bottom in a group, the physical state of the element changes from gas to liquid to solid. That is, for example, we have fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. You can see here the changes from top to bottom, that is first gas, then liquid, and we get the solid at the lower end. In further details, we can see here with the color, that is fluorine with the yellow gas, chlorine green gas, bromine with the brown liquid, iodine with the purple solid. What is the reason for this? As we know that all the elements in a single group or in a group have the physical and chemical properties same. What it is that the state changes from top to bottom is one reason that the attractive force between the molecules of the element increases from top to bottom in a group. Let's explain this. Why all the elements of a same group having a different physical states. Friends, as when we talk about any substance or an element, whether the substance is in solid, liquid, or gas, it basically depends on two things. That is, the intermolecular forces, attractive forces. We also call it London dispersion forces, and the kinetic energy of molecules. It is basically the balance. Now let's take an example of fluorine, right? That is, in fluorine, the electrons are tightly held to the nuclei. The electron have little chance to wander to one side of the molecule. So the dispersion force are relatively very weak. That is, the intermolecular attractive force are very weak. So at the room temperature, the fluorine molecules have enough energy to escape these attractive forces, and the attraction are not stronger enough to make fluorine condense or solidify. So we can see fluorine as a gas. Now if we talk about the bromine, what happened to bromine, why it is in liquid state? As an electron are further from the nuclei, so it is easier to distort the electron cloud, and the London dispersion force are weak. but stronger than the fluorine. So the attractive force are stronger enough to hold the molecule closer, but the molecule have enough kinetic energy to slide past each other. So bromine can be condensed into a liquid, right? Now let's talk about the iodine, why it is in solid form. So as the electron are very far from the nuclei, that the electron cloud can easily distort, right? As the London dissipation force are stronger and the molecule no longer have enough kinetic energy to escape the attractive forces, and so the attraction are stronger, which causes the iodine to solidify. So friends, the main concept is the balance of intermolecular forces and the kinetic energy of a molecule to escape, and how far the electron is, or how closer the electron is with the nuclei of the atom. So this is a basic concept why any substance is in solid, liquid or gas. So when we move from top to bottom in a group, the physical state of element changes from gas to liquid and then to solid. Now friends, I conclude this session. First, the physical properties are those that can be either felt by senses or measured with the help of suitable experiment or equipment. Or when we move from left to right in a period, the physical state changes from solid to liquid and to gas. And when we move from top to bottom in a group, the physical state of element changes from gas to liquid, then to solid. Basically, it happens due to the intermolecular force between the molecules of the element and also the kinetic energy. I hope you have an idea of the physical state of the element, how the physical state of elements changes in the periodic table with respect to groups and periods. To support the concept, I have given you one activity, which is to write down at least 10 names of the elements which surrounds you and note down the state in which you see the element in, and check the periodic table to find the variation of the physical state with respect to periods and group. So friends, in the next session we shall learn about the second most important physical property, that is a luster. Here we will learn about how the luster property changes or varies in a periodic table with respect to groups and periods. Thank you. Thank you friends for watching Edupedia World videos.